Live episodes, the best interviews, track vlogs, tons of racing discussion, every Tuesday night on Going Bracket Racing Live.
You got something you want to get off your chest? Well, say it loud and proud. Come on the Going Bracket Racing YouTube channel page. Go ahead and say it to everybody. Everybody's opinion's welcome here.
Drag racing is the best sport there is. We all need to get on the same team, and let's make drag racing big.
GBR started live streaming, man, and it's awesome. It's kind of challenging, but thanks to Motor Mania, you know how they do. They're the one who paved the way for this anyway.
See, George, this is why I really like doing these interviews, man. It's because you actually get to see a side of somebody that you wouldn't see at the track. You get a lot of insight and a lot of little secrets here and there every once in a while.
It's the biggest race of all, Casey. Back in St. Louis as well. The OG Million is going to be excellent in 2024. If you want to race for life-changing money, you got to go there.
Man, there's a great comment in the chat right now. That's exactly what I wanted to say next. I hope that these organizations are paying attention right now because this is the exact type of idea that can make bracket racing great.
Can't be a good episode of Live from the 8th Mile. Grab something cold out of the cooler and sit down with us as we discuss what's going on generally in the later rounds, Casey. So that's a pretty fun event that we had there.
This isn't the George and Casey show, man. This is the reason we have the chat. This is the reason it's live. We want to get everybody involved so everybody's voice gets heard. We want to make bracket racing, drag racing, every sort of motorsports. We want to all band together and make everything what it used to be. Subscribe to Going Bracket Racing on YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you find your podcasts to get the latest and greatest.
We drive performance. We drive passion. A background in drag racing. And a future in all forms of motorsports. Because success in one sport isn't enough. Pushing ourselves to be the best. Climbing every mountain. Topping every peak. Until you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
When victories are won by thousandths of a second, Go Dead On offers you a competitive edge. Use Go Dead On to log your drag racing runs and track your progress. More than just a logbook, Go Dead On is a personal racing assistant built into your phone. Use it to make ET predictions based on your previous runs. Simply scan your ticket to upload data from each race. Then compare runs and see tons of useful stats and charts. Simplify your racing. Download Go Dead On today.
In 2006, Bobby and I started Honey Creek Collision. A lot has changed in the last 20 years.
We built a larger facility, added more employees, and the kids have grown. But some things will never change.
We will always provide excellent customer service and lead the way in training and technology to provide a safe and high-quality repair.
Thank you for trusting us with all your collision repair needs for the last 20 years. We look forward to serving you for years to come.
So when you have an accident, call Honey Creek Collision.
Larice Motorsports Insurance offers drag racers the broadest insurance policies in the industry. Larice Motorsports Insurance was created by racers for racers. Larice insures race cars on and off the track, trailers and equipment. Larice even pays racers contingencies at the fling bracket races. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Larice Motorsports Insurance today.
Attention in the pits, quick service announcement. Be sure you start your burnouts before the cones, just past the water box. Start your burnouts before the cones. And we are live right now on the Going Bracket Racing YouTube channel. We are live. Jason McConnell gonna end it off in the time runs here before we get the track prepped and ready to go for a Bruzy round number 1, starting with No Box, who should be in the lanes right now. And Derek Pearson is on the way in. See by car number 313P. Looks like he's over there. But yeah, quick broom, little spray, and we'll be good to go for round number 1.
Hey guys, it's Jesse up here. I just wanted to take a minute while we got some quiet time before we start round number 1 of No Box. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out here this weekend and spending your Memorial Day weekend here with us. I know there's a lot of different tracks you could have been at. family gatherings, boating trips, whatever it may be. So we really appreciate you choosing to spend your Memorial Day weekend here with us. So we're about to get underway here. We're going to run the Invocation, the national anthem here in just a second. We're going to get underway with no box round number 1. Box doubles, you're on standby. Box doubles are on standby. And for the rest of box, we are going to call by even and odd numbers. So look at the last number in your car number. And if it's an odd number, then wait for us to call odd. If we call even, then if you're an even number, we'll take it at that time. So once again, evens and odds after box doubles. And I think we're about ready to get underway with the Invocation and national anthem. So I'm going to turn it back over to the professional announcing team, and we'll be underway here in just a second. All righty, we're doing a light hand spray on the starting line, a little bit of touch up on the track, and then we're going to get underway with our Invocation and national anthem.
Okay, we're going to get started with the invocation here, so if everybody could bow their heads for a quick word of prayer. Dear Lord, I thank you for this day. I thank you for bringing all these wonderful racers out here to spend their weekend with us, and I just pray for a good, fun day of racing, and that you can have your safety and protection over the track today, and allow us to have fun racing safely. In your name I pray, amen. And if you could remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see? twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. No box. Round number 1. Here we go. First pair out of the Wasting Fuel Promotion Friday 5K. This is a bruisey. No box. Round number 1. Left side, Billy Bryan, the first gen Firebird out in 596. Going to be turning all the way around, looking through the back glass at Lucas Walker. Driving Dan Bouldry's Camaro out 548. Walker Racing Engines, BTE, and Hoosier sponsoring that ride. Walker gonna kick it 3,000 red. Billy Bryan 009. Gonna air it out to be 1 above. Nice 27 total. Gonna start off the day. At this time, we will take box doubles to lanes 1 and 2. Box doubles to lanes 1 and 2. Next pair going to be Michael Shockley and Tucker Dom. Shockley out of Bend, Illinois, dialed in 633. Going to be chasing down Dom out of Teutopolis, Illinois. He's dialed in 663.
Hey, just want to remind everybody in the pits, too, Acquainted Media is here all weekend long selling your photos. He's in the van out in the corner of the staging lanes. Acquainted Media is here all weekend long selling your photos. You can see him out there on the wall all weekend long.
8,000, separate him advantage going to Dom, and the win light going to go to Tucker Dom. Had 8,000 in his pocket up front. Puts it 3 above to take 34,000 down there. Shockley had a little bit of work to do and put it 6 above the dial in. Looks like the car just could not run the number. Next pair, Quentin Adams, left side. Square body S10 out of Stoneford, Illinois, dialed 595. Right side, Zach Lane, dialed in 621 in the third-gen Camaro. $23,000 separate him, advantage left side. Adams gonna beat the floorboard out of it to take 22,000, puts it one above 6. 43 total, gonna lock out Lane and Quentin Adams, headed to round number 2. And just a reminder, racers, if you have the misfortune of not getting a win light, round number 1, re-entry is at the registration window. So where you got your entries or picked up a tab is same place that you buy back at. We will have a re-entry round following round number 1. Frederick Adams, left side, dialed 592. Right side, I believe, is Ryan Markham in the Fox body. Couple of Fox bodies here on the starting line. $592 to a $586. 600 gonna separate him off the starting line. And big advantage right side. He lets go 002 in full control of this one, and he's gonna pick up the win. 2 take plenty to be 8 above. Adams missed it and put it 7 above. Next pair out, the Vega, left side, dialed 665, and Sean Hughes in the right, out of West Frankfort, Illinois, dialed 597 in the third-gen Nova. It is Wyatt Scales, left side, going to be getting chased down. Scales in trouble. Gonna have to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. Hughes in full control, 15 up front. Gonna get there 27,000 to be 5 above. Scales a little tardy and put it 3 above on the stop. Sean Hughes to round number 2. And here is your by-car, Derek Pearson. Gonna make a solo shot to round number 2. He's got 558 painted on the window in the Fox body. Pearson, 24, swapping feet in the Mustang. Out the back door, puts it 2 above 0, and that will close out no box, round number 1. Box doubles, you should be in the staging lanes. Box doubles, you should be in the staging lanes.
Larice Motorsports Insurance offers drag racers the broadest insurance policies in the industry. Larice Motorsports Insurance was created by racers for racers. Larice insures race cars on and off the track, trailers and equipment. Larice even pays racers contingencies at the fling bracket races. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Larice Motorsports Insurance today.
Car number in box, and then odd number car number. So if the last number in your car number is even, we will be calling you directly after doubles. And those box even numbered cars are on a hot standby. After the evens, we will call the odds, and then after round 3, the junior shootout will get their time run. First pair out, box is Kevin Eichelberger, left side out of Litchfield, Illinois. He's dialed in 479. And Dave Angeli out of Carrier Mills, Illinois. He's dialed 574. And the wait and see by for box. Round number 1 is Bill Sparacino. Bill Sparacino, you're on the wait and see by for box. Round number 1. Angeli, 008, he's got plenty of room to work with and gonna make it work. 8 take 10 to be 2 above. 5, Eichelberger missed it just a pinch, puts it 1 above 0, puts him 10 thou behind. He was mathematically ineligible, had to go dead 0, and it would have left him 003 behind at the other end. We'll bring up Chris Eichelberger and Spencer Smith. Eichelberger in the Corvette Roadster out of Litchfield, Illinois. He's dialed in 517, gonna be getting chased by Spencer Smith. The Lawn Dart dialed 488. Red for Smith. Eichelberger, 004, and gonna put it 1 above 7, 21 total. Gonna put Chris Eichelberger into round number 2. Just a reminder, racers, re-entry is at the registration window, first floor of the tower. Jason Mills going to be chasing down the Cutlass, and he is in full control. 009 in the Cutlass. Going to get a little close to the center line down there. Mills, 009, get 2 thou behind to be 1 above 423 total. Going to get it done left side, 31 up front and puts it a hun under. Next pair going to be Terry Crane and Mitchell Angeli. Crane dialed in 616 in the Dodge pick-em-up truck. Angeli dialed 566 in the Camaro. And at this time, we will take even number box cars to lanes 5 and 6. Even box cars to 5 and 6, and then fill in where you fit in. Even box cars to the lanes. .5 the difference between these two cars. And it is going to be 13 thou, separate him advantage, right side. Winlight, going to go the other way. Terry Crane, 22. Get down there and end up 35 thou behind to be dead 4, 26 total. Gonna get it done. Angeli, 009, get there 35 thou to be 17 thou under. Had to take 18 thou or less to make that one work. And to the doubles. If you are double entered in box, kind of just fill in where you fit in. Come up when you're ready. Don't feel like you got to hot lap it to get back up here for evens. But make sure to get up here in a timely fashion so we can keep the show moving. That'll bring up Steve Rogers, cap, left side in the Thunder Chicken down 592, taking on Corey Duncan. Dialed in 632, both of them. Kick it red. Duncan is red first. 5 thou. Rogers 15 thou red and going to pick up the win light. He puts it 12 thou under. Duncan ended up 7 thou under. Bring up Ken Trotter and Roger Burdell. Trotter out of Florida, Illinois. Dialed 569. Burdell dialed 549. Couple of Chevys doing battle here in round number 1. Two Hun separate them. 006 left side. Burdell ran into issues. Gonna give Trotter an easy win light. 6 up front. Get there by plenty to put it 4 above. Burdell 26 up front. Ran into issues about 330. Had to click it off. And he's gonna have to, hopefully nothing too major wrong with it, and then hit the buyback window. I believe that says George Bradley, left side, dialed 480. Going to be chasing Rod Schaefer. Schaefer in the first-gen Camaro, dialed 6 flat out of Trenton, Illinois. $13,000 separate them, and one of them is 1. Advantage, Schaefer, win light. Schaefer. We are nasty. How about 1 take 8 to be 1 above? 9 B-double-O, take double-O. Gets it done more often than it doesn't. 20 total. Left side 14, 1 above 4, 28 total. Gonna put him 8 thou behind. And Rod Schaefer headed around 2. Left side, the long skinny car, backing it up, dialed 498. Gonna be chasing Chris Estep out of Royalton, Illinois, dialed 637. $4,000 separate him. Advantage to the door car. 8 to a 12. Win light. Gonna go the other way. E-step 008 puts it 1 above 3 to leave him 8 thou behind. The long skinny in the left lane. 12 get their 8 thou to be dead on 1. 13 total. Gonna get it done. Next pair, Bill Bosler and Rick Harless. Bosler left side, dialed a 641 in the pick-em-up truck. Harless out of Calvert City, Kentucky. He's dialed in 577. Eight's a pair. We are identical up front. Top end, give it to Bosler. How about 8 get there 1 thou to be dead on 7. 15 total. Harless, solid lap. He is 8 dead 9. No good. Next pair, Ken Jones and Robert Stevens. Jones dialed 472, Stevens 568. And Robert Stevens gonna be 4 thou early. Jones picks up the win. He is 17 and dead on 1. Next pair up, the Malibu, left side, dialed 594, taking on Alex Smith out of Mattoon, Illinois, dialed 608 in the Nova. $17,000 separate him advantage right side. Alex Smith in control, and he's going to pick up the win light. 25 get their 12,000. Both of them put it 5 above, but Smith had the advantage up front and turned it into a win light. Next pair up, we got Bubba Long, left side, dialed 545. Going to be getting chased by Hayden Bailey out of Decatur, Illinois, dialed 456. Separate him advantage to Bailey. Win light is going to go to Bubba Long. Bailey is 11, get their 27,000 to be 7,000 under. Had to take less than 20 to make that one work. Left side was 15 and 1 above 6 to pick up the win light. Next pair going to be Josh Addis and Kendall Jones. Addis out of Dietrich, Illinois, dialed 6 flat. Jones dialed 623. Jones going to give the Burnout another shot. Not sure what happened on the first one, but he did not like it. $21,000 separate him advantage going to the Nova left side. 008 up front. Take 5,000 to be 1 above 0. 18 total. Jones 29 up front and puts it 5,000 under and gonna have to hit the buyback window. Next pair, Eric Willenborg out of Teutopolis, Illinois, dialed 567, and Mike McClure out of Topeka, Kansas, dialed 452. 4 thou. Separate him, advantage to Mike McClure. He is 17 up front and gonna pick up the win light. 17 takes 6 thou to be 2 above 8. Willenborg 21 and puts it 3 above 0 for the loss. Next pair up, driver not on file, left side, dialed in 752. Keegan Meyer, that is, left side, gonna get chased by the Catfish Camaro of Wayne Franks in the right lane, dialed 526. We are nasty. 006 to a 009. Advantage to Meyer. Win light is going to go to Wayne Franks. How about 9 dead 5? Ended up a bunch behind, and Meyer took 48 thou to be 39 thou under the dial in. Had to get there 9 thou-ish or less. Franks going to pick up the win there. And the best losing package of a Bruzy, round number 1, gonna get a $500 converter certificate. Current leader in the clubhouse is Rick Harless at 17 total. Next pair, left side, Terry Crane, dialed in 567, gonna get chased by the fastest car on the property. Luke Bagacki, dialed in 430 in the American Dragster. Reigning IHRA, no box and box world champ. Staging it up right side, and he's gonna pick up the win. Crane turns it 7 thou. Fred Bagacki, 11 up front. Out the back door, 428 with a 1. On the 430 dial in, Bagacki to round number 2. Next pair up, John Jones in the S10, dialed 566, taking on Carl Sparacino Jr., dialed in 588. Couple more Chevys doing battle here. Quite sure what was going on the starting line there. Advantage, Sparacino, win light. Sparacino, both of them a 10th above and way late. Not quite sure what the deal was there, but I'll move us into the next pair. Tracy White and Larry Penland. White dialed 670, Penland dialed 581. Just a quick shout out to all the viewers watching from home on the Going Bracket Racing live feed. Three Huns separate them here. Advantage to the Camaro right side. And the win light, give it to Larry Penland. Had the advantage up front, ends up 4 thou behind at the big end to be 2 above. 9 White. 8 thou under and mathematically ineligible. Next pair out, Nathan Yates in the Beretta dialed 517, taking on Zach Ellis out of Benton, Illinois, dialed 470 in the American Dragster. Fourth out, separate him, advantage to the Beretta, 15 to a 19, and the win light. Gonna come on for Nathan Yates. Zach Ellis did all he could to put that thing in reverse to be 3 above 0, puts him 29th out behind. Yates, 15 dead, 3 to package up Zach Ellis. 18 total, gonna get it done. Next pair out left side, Michael Major out of Barnhill, Illinois, dialed 472. And right side, not on filed out in 505 in the door car. Problems right side, Major 009. And gonna put it 2/10 above. Thinking we had some trans brake issues right side, and we just staged it up just to be safe. Just in case. You never know if they're gonna turn it red over there. Next pair out, a couple door cars doing battle. Billy Schlumpf, left side out of Evansville, Indiana, dialed in 613, and Corey Wood, right side. Purging the nitrous out of Litchfield, Illinois, dialed 589 in the Vega. Sixth out, separate him, advantage to Corey Wood. And win light. Gonna go to Wood on the double breakout. 16, get there, 3 thou. 2 thou, the margin of victory. He is 3 hun under. Billy Schlumpf, 32 thou under. And Corey Wood gonna advance to round number 2. Next pair out, Wyatt Scales, left side, dialed 666. Taking on Mikey Harville, dialed 609 in the Nova. BTE, Pharrell Transmission, and DJ Racing. Keeping his ride going. Scales got him doubled up, 12 to a 24. Advantage left side, but the win light gonna go to Harville. Scales, 12, get there by plenty to be 18 thou under. Harville, 24 up front and turned him loose to be 2 above, 3 for the win light. Next pair up, Zach Rogers in the Thunderbird, dialed 592, gonna be chasing Todd Nickel out of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. Third gen Camaro, dialed 641. Rogers, 8 thou early. Todd Nickel, let's go 005 to pick up the win light. And gonna go out the back door to be 8 hun above. Next pair left side, the Corvette buggy, dialed 518, going to be chasing Dan Johns in the right lane out of Drummond, Indiana, dialed 562. Left side going to turn it 6,000 red. Johns 16 up front. And going to air it out to be dead on 4. Nice 20 pack for Dan Johns there as he heads to round number 2. Next pair up, Michael DeJarnett, left side out of Pittsburgh, Illinois, in the Nova, dialed 597, going to be getting chased by Jessica Bagacki, dialed in 449. Watched her husband get his first one through, going to try and do the same. DeJarnett kicks it big red, Bagacki 003. And gonna run it out the back door dead on 5. How about 8 total for Jessica Bagacki? Next pair out, Ken Jones, left side out of Walnut Hill, Illinois. Dialed in 472. Taking on Derek Pearson. Dialed in 559. Got the buy run in. No box, going to try and get the box entry through now. In the Fox Body Mustang right side. $200 advantage to Ken Jones. Here comes the dragster, and he's going to get it done. Jones, 15, take 23 to be 4 above. Pearson missed it just a little bit and stops down there to be 4 above as well. Leaves him 23 thou behind. Next pair out the Cutlass, left side dialed 608, going to be getting chased down by Chris Whitfield. Whitfield out of Hudson, Colorado, dialed in 457. Dialed in details, and this is Bracket Racing Elite. Sponsoring that car, as well as a whole host of other stickers, and we're going to shut them off really quick. Starter sees something he doesn't like down track. Looks like a car stopped up against the wall down there. Looks to be Derek Pearson down there, checking out his ride, seeing what's going on down there.
We drive performance. We drive passion. A background in drag racing. And a future in all forms of motorsports. Because success in one sport isn't enough. Pushing ourselves to be the best. Climbing every mountain. Topping every peak. Until you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
When victories are won by thousandths of a second, Go Dead On offers you a competitive edge. Use Go Dead On to log your drag racing runs and track your progress. More than just a logbook, Go Dead On is a personal racing assistant built into your phone. Use it to make ET predictions based on your previous runs. Simply scan your ticket to upload data from each race. Then compare runs and see tons of useful stats and charts. Simplify your racing. Download Go Dead On today.
Separate him. Whitfield, 009 up front. He's got the Hun in his pocket. He's going to get there 5 thou to put it dead on 1. 10-pack. Going to move Chris Whitfield to round number 2. 19 and 2 thou under. No good for the Cutlass. Bring up Jason McConnell, left side down 541 in the Nova. Taking on Dave Angeli, right side. Another Cutlass out of Carrier Mills, Illinois, down 575. Six thou separate him. Angeli, 005. McConnell is 11. Winlight, give it to Dave Angeli. How about 5, take 1 to be dead on 7. 12-pack. Gets him there 1 thou. Jason McConnell, 11, dead 3. Gonna make him the new front runner for the Abruzzi Best Losing Package, round number 1. Next pair, Terry Crane and Mitchell Angeli. Crane dialed 570, Angeli dialed 565. Two Hun separate him, advantage to the Camaro, right side. And Winlight gonna go to Mitchell Angeli. 15, take 2 to be 3 above. 4, about screwed that one up. 49 total, gonna get it done. Crane had a few thou to get inside of. Put it 1 above 5, no good. We need the rest of even. Box to the lanes. If you are an even numbered box car that has not made your run, we need you to the lanes. Kelly, Dom, in trouble here. 4 to a 17 advantage, right side, and the win light to Kelly, Dom. 17, get there, 009 to be dead on. 421 total, and we get away with 1, right side. 004 ends up 1 above 8 to be 9 10,000ths of a second behind at the big end. Bring up Ken Trotter and Spencer Smith. Trotter out of Florida, Illinois, dialed 569, and Smith dialed 488 in the lawn dart. Smith gonna kick it 14 thou red. Trotter 29. And gonna put it 27 thou under for the win light. We're showing 2 total out there. Smith 14 thou early, puts it 1 above 6 for the loss. Bring up Josh Addis and Phil Bryant. Addis out of Dietrich, Illinois, dialed 6 flat. Going to be getting chased by 2300s from Phil Bryant out of Litchfield, Illinois, dialed in 577 in the Vega. Bryant going to pick up the win, 22, take 2 thou to be 2 above 3. Addis, 29, puts it 1 above 7. Had about 15 thou to work with and could not make it work. Jimmy Terhune, left side out of Henderson, Kentucky. Long skinny card out, 484, going to be chasing Randy Weller. Weller dialed in 579 in the Vega. Separate him, advantage to Terhune. He is 005 and gonna light the lamp. 5 get there by plenty to put it 2 above. 1 Weller, 27 and puts it 4 above. A little bit of left pedal for Weller there. Left him a bunch behind and he was ineligible. Neither driver on file. Long skinny car dialed 480. And the Vega looks like Ryan something dialed 549. And the Dragster gonna kick it red and he's gonna want that one back. 7 thou early and there were problems for the Vega. 36 up front and over 2 seconds above the island, but still gonna end up in round number 2. Next pair, Eric Willenborg and Kenny Peace. Willenborg out of 2 Topolis, Illinois. He's dialed in 568. And the Long Roof Nova, right side out of Dyersburg, Tennessee. He's dialed in 607. Peace gonna kick it to 12 thou early. Willenborg, let's go 006 and 15 thou under the dial in. At this time, we will take odd-numbered boxcars to lanes 1 and 2. Odd boxcars to lanes 1 and 2. Odd boxcars to lanes 1 and 2. Next pair, the Demon, left side, not on file, dialed 633. Going to be getting chased by the Dragster of Stephen Smith. Smith, right side, dialed 455. That is Kyle Willenborg, left side. To a 25, advantage to the Demon. And Winlight gonna go to Willenborg. 12 get there, 14 thou to be dead on 517 total. Gonna lock out Stephen Smith. 25 up front, dead on 6, no good. We need box odd cars to the lanes. Box odd cars to the lanes. Box odd cars, we need you now. And if you are a double that has not made your second run, we will also take you to the lanes. If you have an entry left in box that has not made a run down the racetrack, we need you to the staging lanes. Advantage, left side, 8 to a 25. Robert Stevens in trouble. He gets there 5 thou to be 7 thou under. Left side, 008, 1 above 5. 23 total. Gonna get it done. All remaining box cars to the staging lanes. All remaining box cars to the staging lanes. Just a reminder to racers, we will have photos available for purchase in the back right corner of the staging lanes. Little van back there set up, print out photos for all the drivers. Next pair out, round number 1. Brad Biggs, left side, out of Walnut Hill, Illinois, dialed 615. In the Firebird, taking on Jason Mills. Mills out of Scotts Hill, Tennessee. Couple of Hills doing battle. battle here, dialed 473. He's gonna kick it 12 thou red. Mills 2 thou red behind him, but gonna drive down the right lane with his green light on. Puts it 1 thou under, and Jason Mills headed around number 2.
On the left side is 642 the dial. It's Nick Kurtz out of DuQuoin. And on the right side, it's Rod Scheffler, dial 601 out of Trenton, Illinois.
We need all boxcars to the lanes, all remaining boxcars to the lanes for round number 1. All boxcars to the lanes for a Bruzy, round number 1.
Whoa. Rod Scheffler goes red, J4 goes red, and Kurtz goes way late, 62, and goes 71.4, not really trying, and Scheffler's angry about his light and goes 10.53 with an 8. So Kurtz gets there by 4 seconds. Nick Kurtz moving on to the next round.
Final call for round number 1. If you have an entry that has not gone down the racetrack, we need you to the staging lanes now. We are running out of cars. If you have not made a run in round number 1 that you need to make, we need you to the staging lanes right now. Car count in the lanes is dwindling, and we need to get everybody down the racetrack so we can keep the program moving.
Terry Kamler with the long burnout right there in the left lane. 453 the dial out of Freeburg, Illinois. Corey Duncan on the left side, or on the right side, doing a burnout right now in the blue truck. The blue S10 out of New Lenox, Illinois. And he is a Steve Keys legitimate lover. And he's dialed 631. Oh, red light for Terry Kamler and Corey Duncan moving on. 13, 1 above 1. Kamler also 1 above 1, but takes it red. Hayden Bagley in the right lane in the red dragster, and in the S10 it's Bill Bossler on the left lane. Bossler dialed 641, Bagley dialed 455. Whoa. Huge advantage for Bailey going down the track. Bailey gets the win. Bailey 007, 1 above 0. And Meyer breaks out and goes 55 on the tree. And Bailey will get there by 29. Not that it matters. He's moving on to the next round, and Bosler breaks out.
Next pair out, we got Keegan Meyer, dialed 749, going to be getting chased by Chris Estep out of Royalton, Illinois, dialed 642. Absolute last and final call. All cars, round number 1. Last and final call for round number 1. There's about 6 cars in the staging lane, so if you're not here now, you will be late. And Estep. Not sure what happened there, but Meyer, 21 up front, and going to pick up the win light as he puts it 2 above. Re-entry window is open. $100 gets you back in the show for $5,000. $100 re-entry on the first floor of the tower. Denny Katz in George Atchison Sr. Katz dialed 507, Atchison dialed 457. And Atchison 6 thou red, Cats 25, and gonna be 1 above 5. Atchison 6 thou early and clicked it off a little bit early to be 9 hun above.
Chris Whitfield on the right lane going 455 in the 2005 Dragster undercover, and he is out of Hudson, Colorado, and he is chasing Anthony Roy. Roy's down 742 in the Chevy. Or not Chevy, the Mopar. Ooh, a 4th out advantage for Roy going down the track. Chris Whitfield gets the win. Roy 009 breaks out by 9 thou. Whitfield 2 above dead 0 and 13 on the tree. Now we've got Kyle Hancock in the left lane in the Nova. And he's out Lerna, Illinois. Aaron Dallas on the right side, dialed 598. Hancock dialed 646. Hancock goes red, 11 red. Dallas goes 19 on the tree. And Dallas goes 1 above dead, or goes 1 above 8. And Hancock goes dead 5, even though he went red. I hate when that happens. The last and final of the final calls. Any car in first round besides the juniors, get on up here if you haven't already. Come on.
Next pair, Alex Smith and George Bradley. Smith dialed 608. Bradley got a 481 on the dial-in board. George Bradley, 4 zeros perfect. Big advantage, Bradley, and how about 9 total for George Bradley? Perfect take 40. We were getting there to be dead on at 9. Smith, 32, 1 above 7, and George Bradley with an exclamation mark to round number 2. Bring up Corey Butler and Mike McClure. Butler out of Monticello, Illinois. S-Dime dialed in 627, excuse me. Mike McClure, right side out of Topeka, Kansas, dialed in 453. Oh, Corey Butler. Hang the hoops high, brother. 005. And brake lights come on for the win light. 5 take 17 to be 5 above 7. That might have to be the leader in the clubhouse for the best wheelie of the day. McClure missed it. Put it 4 above 2 for the loss. Corey Butler gonna head to round number 2.
So Corey Butler's getting prepared for that dual wheelie competition. Somebody's going to pay for their tab tomorrow night. $500 to win the wheelie competition. And hey, I know there's no front struts to loosen up on a dragster, but I mean, if you could turn it up, move a 4-leg bar down, loosen up the shocks a little bit and do a big wheelie, $1,000, pay for your double. So just a reminder, do cool stuff. You'll get rewarded here at Waste and Fuel Promotions events. So best burnout of the weekend, too, by the way. I know I've seen a bunch of them putting it on the chip or on the high side in the burnout. Crazy. But, yeah, we're going to work on a valve spring sponsor, Jay says, for next year. So, no, we got a $100 certificate to the best burnout from this weekend, courtesy of Larry Hodge. We got a $300 certificate to the best burnout of the burnout or the wheelie contest later on Saturday night. So, up here is last-minute Hunter Davis and Billy Joe Bob Sparacino. Hunter Davis off the trailer, cuts Sparacino in half, and in the dragster, gives it back. Bill Joe Bob Sparacino, 40 and 3 above, gets him there first by 17 thou. Hunter let go, 022 off the trailer, literally just got here 25 minutes ago, puts 481 with a 9 on the on the scoreboard, on that 475 dial. That Kentucky bracket racer himself right there. And the 2025 Rosalie Noble Memorial Best Appearing Car winner with that 33 Dodge Roadster, Scotty. Hey, I see Nanny in the stands. Hey. Oh, it's so great to see you guys. I'm glad you're here. I'll come see you in a bit. But with that, round 1 is complete. So we are already on track prepping for the re-entry rounds. So re-entry, no box. You are on standby. Re-entry, no box. You are on
2006, Bobby and I started Honey Creek Collision. A lot has changed in the last 20 years.
We built a larger facility, added more employees, and the kids have grown. But some things will never change.
We will always provide excellent customer service and lead the way in training and technology to provide a safe and high-quality repair.
Thank you for trusting us with all your collision repair needs for the last 20 years. We look forward to serving you for years to come.
So when you have an accident, call Honey Creek Collision.
Larice Motorsports Insurance offers drag racers the broadest insurance policies in the industry. Larice Motorsports Insurance was created by racers for racers. Larice insures race cars on and off the track, trailers and equipment. Larice even pays racers contingencies at the fling bracket races. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Larice Motorsports Insurance today.
last minute spray going down before we get on to the re-entry round. The Go Dead On re-entry round in no box. If you bought back in no box and are not in the lanes, we need you to the lanes now. Not sure how many bought back, but we've got 4 of you right now. The Go Dead On no box re-entry round to the staging lanes. And at this time, we will take box re-entry doubles to lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. Box re-entry doubles to lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. We need box re-entry doubles to lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. And car number 3X7 is on the wait and see by for the box re-entry. Car 3X7, you are on the wait and see by for the box re-entry round. Final call, no box re-entry round. Final call for the Go Dead On no box re-entry round. We've got 4 up here. Not sure if number 5 bought back or not. But last and final call for no box re-entry round. We will take all box re-entry to the staging lanes. All box re-entry to the staging lanes. Start filling out 3 and 4, and then we will fit you in accordingly. All box re-entry to the staging lanes. First pair out of the no box re-entry round. Frederick Adams, left side out of Simpson, Illinois. The Fox bodied out 595, going to be getting chased by Lucas Walker. Walker certainly been a stranger to the re-entry round this year. Driving Dan Boldry's Camaro out 548, Cool Whip. Going to be hanging the hoops here in the Go Dead On re-entry round. Couple of men swapping feet here on the starting line, the way God intended. Oh, Lucas had to do a little magic in the air there. Not sure what happened on the reaction time. Get there 29 thou. Lucas Walker gonna pick up the win light. Taking the girl dancing down there. He's out of the throttle at about 200 feet with the bumper on the ground. Last pair of the no box re-entry round. Michael Shockley, left side out of Benton, Illinois, dialed a 639. Taking on Zach Lane. Lane in the third gen Camaro, dialed 622. Lane gonna kick it 12 thou red. Shockley missed it and gonna pick up the win light as he puts it 11 thou under. Box re-entry round, all cars, all numbers. Box re-entry round to the staging lanes. We need all of you. Box re-entry round to the staging lanes. Couple dragsters gonna get it started for us here in the box re-entry round. Kevin Eichelberger, left side out of Litchfield, Illinois, dialed 480, gonna be chasing Spencer Smith. Smith dialed in 489. Thou separated advantage. Eichelberger, he's 002 and gonna get there 3 thou to be one above 416 total. Gonna lock out Spencer Smith by 210 thou. Smith 16 dead, 3 and ineligible. And just a PSA to the drivers, the tree settings are a little different on the class that we input for the re-entry round, so just take 5/10 off whatever your reaction time displays. Michael DeJarn at left side out of Pittsburgh, Illinois, dialed 599. Paranova is doing battle right side, dialed 577. Fourth house, separate him advantage, right side, top end, win light. Gonna go right side, 17, one above 7, 34 total, gets it done. Desjardins, 21, get there, 17, Thou had to take 14 or less. Next pair gonna be Tracy White and Chris Estep. White in the Vega dialed 669, Estep out of Royalton, Illinois, dialed 639. Tracy White, 1 foul early. Estep, 17 up front. Gonna get the electricity flowing. He puts it 15 thou under the dial in. And Chris Estep gonna get back in the show for 5 large.
All right, we got Randy Weller on the right lane, about 577, and we've got a Malibu on the. Oh, never mind. We got Cutlass on the left lane. Whoa! Gigantic wheelie on the left lane, and Randy Weller goes way red. Randy Weller flickers the bulb red, and the left lane is 13, dead on 7. Now we've got Bill Bossler on the left lane. Hey guys, what does this mean, Bosco? And then we've got Mitchell Angeli on the right lane. He's out 566 out of Carrier Mills, Illinois. Angeli's going to be chasing Bossler down the track, and nearly identical reaction times. Bossler 34, Angeli 31, and 34 dead 2 for Bossler. Angeli breaks out by 12th thou, and Bossler and Angeli takes a stride by too much, by 16th thou. Couldn't have done much to win had he gotten dead 5 or better, and Bossler moves on to the next round. On the left lane, in the Camaro, it's Rod Schaeffler out of Trenton, Illinois, about 601. And on the left lane, we've got the Dragster, or on the right lane, we've got the Dragster of Stephen Smith. He's dialed 455. Smith's gonna chase down Schaeffler. Close lights, 3 thou advantage for Smith. Win light, Smith. Double breakout win for Smith. 14, and goes 4 thou above, or breaks out by 4 thou. Is that 4 thou above or 4 thou under? Never mind, 4 thou above, 4 thou under, I mean. Yeah. And then by 19 thou is how much Rod Schaeffler breaks out, and Schaeffler's out.
We need all box re-entry to the lanes. Box re-entry to the lanes. Car count is running out in the staging lanes. We need box re-entry to the staging lanes. Terry, left side, dialed 571, going to be chasing Kendall Jones in the right. Dialed 623. 3 thou, separate him, advantage. Kendall Jones, win light. Kendall Jones on the double breakout. 19 get there 2 thou to be 16 thou under. 3:10 thou, the margin of victory for Jones. Bring up Zach Rogers and Kenny Peace. Rogers left side dialed 591 in the Thunderbird. Peace, the long roof Nova dialed 607 out of Dyersburg, Tennessee. Thou advantage to the Thunderbird. 16 to a 27. Winlight gonna come on for Zach Rogers. 16 get there 10 thou to be 7 thou under on the double breakout. Both drivers 76 10 thou under the dial-in. And Zach Rogers gonna win on a coin flip there. Eric Willenborg left side out of Teutopolis, Illinois, dialed 567. He's on the T-Town Most Wanted list. Right side, Zach Ellis, just down the road in Benton, Illinois, dialed 471 in the lawn dart. Last and final call. Box re-entry round to the lanes. Last and final call for the Go Dead On re-entry round. We are nasty. Willenborg 9 and 9 thou behind, but the win light is going to go to Eric Willenborg. Zach Ellis, perfect, takes 17 to be 3 thou under. He gets there 14 thou. We've got our first perfect run of the weekend, but Willenborg 009 dead on 4. And gets away with one by the skin of his teeth. Eric Willenborg headed to round number 2. Terry Kamler, left side out of Freeburg, Illinois, dialed 454. Going to be chasing down the door car in the right lane, dialed in 506. Door car in and set. Kamler trying to follow him. Lights the top bulb. And Kamler in trouble. 004 right side. And gonna pick up the win. How about 9 total? 004 get there 34 thou. Kamler did the best he could. Lights it up dead 1. Leaves him 34 thou behind. Bring up Brad Biggs and Corey Duncan. Biggs out of Walnut Hill, Illinois, dialed in 620 in the Firebird. Duncan out of New Lenox, Illinois, S-Dime, dialed in 632. Duncan gonna kick it 14th hour early. Biggs missed it, gets a little squirrely up here, and puts it 3 above. That's a pretty impressive 3 above out of Brad Biggs. Gonna put him back in the show. Next pair, Jason McConnell, left side out, 541 in the Nova. Gonna be chasing Derek Pearson. Pearson had issues in the Fox body. Apparently had another Mustang on hand. He's out of Gibson, Indiana, dialed in 615. red for Pearson. McConnell, 20 up front. Gonna air it out to be dead on 8.
Final call for box re-entries. If you're in box and you want to get re-entered, get the heck up here. This is your last, complete, infinite last call. Not saying it again. All right, Robert Stevens on the far right side. He's out 569, 665 for the left lane. And then Stevens goes 21, left lane goes 10, and what did you say his name was? What did you say his name was? That guy on the left, what did you say it was? Wide Skills goes dead 9 and goes 10. Stevens goes a little slow and loses by 35. Now I got Kyle Hancock out of Lerna, Illinois on the left side, out 646. You got Rick Harless, out Calvert City, Kentucky on the right, dialed 578. Harless is going to be chasing Hancock. Whoa, that's a good light. Harless has a better light going down the track. Harless goes 000, but not quad zip. He goes 1/10 out away from quad zip for Harless. Harless goes 1 above with a 0 and goes 10 total. And a 21 light for Hancock will not get him to win. He goes slow.
All right, so we've already put out the absolute last and final call for re-entry round. So with that being said, go ahead, get no box. Round number 2, no box. For the Wire Designs, round number 2 will take you to the staging lanes now, please. So once again, no box. Round number 2 will take you to the lanes. Wait and see by for round 2 of the no box side is car number 410W, Ryan Markham. You are the wait and see by for round 2 no box. No box round 2 will take you to the lanes now, please.
Halen Bailey out of Decatur just got a free entry raffle, and he just won. He went 17 and went 2 above 2 to get the win. His opponent went 45 and dead 9. Will not get the win. Bailey wins by 15. Now we've got Aaron Dallas on the near left lane, and we've got Chris Eastep on the far right lane. Eastep Royalty, I guess. Dallas is going to be chasing down Eastep by 4 tenths, or not by 4 tenths, by 400ths. Dallas gets an 8th out advantage on the tree, and he goes 10, dead 7 for 17 package. Eastep 18, dead 2, and Dallas wins by 2 thou. A close win for Dallas. Hunter Davis with that long burnout in the dragster it just says Kentucky, out of Kentucky, in 33 Dodge dragster. And Anthony Roy in the old car over on the left lane. Roy going slow, gonna dial 741, and Hunter's gonna be chasing him down. Dial 478, gonna be chasing him down by about, just 2.5 seconds. Davis jumps on it. Doesn't actually jump on it. He went through the beams, I think. And Roy got caught off guard by that, and he might want to forget about that light. 105, but he makes it up at the finish line by going dead one. Didn't seem to bother him down there, and Davis goes 19:52 of 4. So never mind, he won't be chasing him down. Chris Eichelberger on the left side, about 5'10", and name not showing up on the screen for the right side, 480. The Dragster got a pretty good burn up there. Usually a Dragster chases down a door car, but this one he's just barely gonna chase him down, as the Dragster is gonna leave just 28, or not 28, by 38 thou after. That was close. Oh my gosh, we got a quad zip. We got a quad zip for the Dragster, and Eichelberger goes 24, does not stand a chance. But it's a double breakout. Eichelberger goes 15 thou for the breakout and 3 thou breakout for the Dragster. So a -3 package will still get a win.
All right, before we get back into the no box side, we need box cars, double entries. Box cars, double entries. If you are a box car and you are double entered and you are still in, we need you now. Box cars, double entries, we need you now. Once again, box cars, if you are double entered, box cars, if you're double entered, we need you back to the lanes for round 2. We have no box cars coming around a bit. First pair out, hometown man Michael Shockley out of Benton, Illinois in the S10. Tower lane down to 638. Pit side, that's the Pride of Kentucky, Lucas Walker and Dan Boldry's Camaro. Down to 548 into Cool Whip. Once again, box cars, second round, doubles. Box cars, second round, double entries. We need you now. advantage. Walker here to Jazz down at the other end. Gets there first. 5:51 on the 48. He's 3 safe. 0-4 at the hit. 640 on the 638 for Shockley. Not enough room. Quentin Adams out of Stonefort, Illinois. Tucker Dom out of the always hard to say Teotopolis, Illinois. Home of the wooden shoes, if that helps you any. Dom's dial to 664, 595 the dial in for Adams and the S10 pickup. Dom's been driving his car like 3 weeks. He's already got a couple wins at his local track. He looks 12, but I think he's 16. Both drivers careful to stage it up. Red Bull for Dom. Automatic win for Adams. Dom's too thou, too quick on the loss. 595 on the 595 for Adams. Dead on. Dom goes 662 on the 664, breaks out, and he's too late, or too quick. Next up, it is Billy Byron. Billy Byron in the Pontiac. Derek Pearson in the Mustang. You're not seeing funny things there. He was in a different Mustang earlier, broke it, just happened to have another Mustang, same color, newer model, jumped in it, and now turns on the Red Bull. Byron's going to get the lucky dog win there. 598 on the 597. Pearson, 642 on the 615. Sean Hughes out of West Frankfort, Illinois. Just down the road the other way. Ryan Markham also out of West Frankfort, Illinois. I'm guessing maybe these guys know each other. 601 the dial in for the Nova. The Mustang dial to 586. Big wheelie there for Markham. He's got a big-time advantage at the tree, and he turns it into a win line. 589 on the 586. He had 7 at the tree. 598 on the 601 for Hughes. Also breaks out. Big win there for Ryan Markham.
We drive performance. We drive passion. A background in drag racing. And a future in all forms of motorsports. Because success in one sport isn't enough. Pushing ourselves to be the best. Climbing every mountain. Topping every peak. Until you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
Caden Bushi over here in the Dodge Dakota. Out of 615, 472, the number that the long car was shooting for. Long car left first. Not sure what happened to Caden, but pushing him back off the starting line there. Win light for Jason Mills in the dragster. 12 at the hit, coasted on through at a 496 for the win. All right, we're back to double entries in the box class. This is Bill Bosler out of Charleston, Illinois. The S10 pickup. Good looking at Olds Cutlass. Pit side down to 575. Bosler down to 640. Box even. Box evens. Box class evens. If you are a even numbered car for box class, we need you in the lanes. Bosler going to get the win. 641 on the 640. 578 on the 575. Had the better light, but Bosler ran the number. Evens. I keep looking. Even numbers for boxcars. Even numbers for boxcars. We need you to the lanes. Ken Trotter, Flora, Illinois. 569 the dial-in the Nova Tower lane. Rick Harless out of Calvert City, Kentucky. 577 the dial-in. $578 for the win for Harless on the 577. Trotter breaks out, trying to get there. The better light for Harless. We need all box cars. All box cars. If you are still in box class, make your way to the staging lanes. Bubba Long, Tuscola, Illinois. Jason McConnell's Nova, 545 the dial-in. Roger Burdell, Litchfield, Illinois. 549 the dial-in. Womp womp the throttle. Bubba Long moves on. He's 007, goes 559. Burdell threw the anchor out at the big end, 578 on the 549. 007 light for Long was the big difference. Pair of dragsters. Tower Lane, Matthew Schaefer. $4.99 the dial-in. Hayden Bailey out of Decatur, Illinois. $4.56 the dial-in. Big Block Chevrolets a pair. Bailey going to give up a one bulb head start. Trying to chase the orange car down. All boxcars to the lanes. Red light start for Bailey. Automatic win for Schaefer. How about that? Schaefer's 99 with a 3 on his 499, and he's 001 at the hit. 4th out package. Bailey, red light start, runs a 458 at 151 on his 456 dial-in. Here's Steve Rogers, Charleston, Illinois, the hometown for the Thunderbird. Dial to 589. Mitchell Angeli, 565 the dial-in for the second gen Camaro. And it is orange. You would not miss this car in a nighttime race. Good looking piece. Camaro. Can the Mustang or Firebird hold him off? No. Win light for the Camaro. 566 on the 565. Rogers breaks out trying to hold him off. Got there first. Had about 6th out clearance. Got there at 7th out. It would have been a real tough race to get there and hold on. Win light for Angeli. Ken Jones out of Walnut Hill, Illinois. Down a 471 in the dragster. 457 the dial in for Chris Whitfield out of Hudson, Colorado. Advantage for Whitfield, turns on the win light. 461 on the 457. 471 with a 9, dead 9 for Jones, but 005 at the hit for Whitfield. Gives him room at the big stripe. Dragster here in the tire lane, dialed a 479. Pit side, that's Kendall Jones. S10 pick him up, dialed a 621. Jones with the advantage. Big time advantage, holding off the long car. Yes, he does. 622 on the 621. He's 002 at the hit. 480 on the 479 for the dragster, but no room at the other end. Win light for Jones. Here's Eric Willenborg out of Tetopolis, Illinois. Young man in the Barracuda. Up against Phil Bryant out of Litchfield, Illinois. Bryant dialed a 578. Win light for Willenberg. He's 16 on the tree. Brian's 20. Aaron Dallas and Carl Sparacino Jr. 598 and 588 to dial. Win light for Dallas. He's 005 on the tree, 6 flat on the 598. Sparacino's 3 off, 591 on the 588. He was a little late. Could not get there in time. Nathan Yates in the 96 Beretta dialed a 517 here in the tower lane. Stephen Smith in the Dragster dialed a 454. So probably the fastest door car here against, I don't know, the second or third fastest Dragster matching up here in round 2. Once again, all box cars, if you're not in the lanes, all box cars, if you are not in the lanes, you need to be. It's anybody's race. Win light. Nathan Yates. How about that? 001 at the hit. He's 517 with a 1 on the 517. 2,000 package. 456 on the 454. Smith's 003 left him behind before he ever moved the starting line. What a round there for Nathan Yates. Olds Cutlass in the tower lane. Larry Penland in the Camaro, down to 583. Win light for the tower lane. Dead 2, 607 with a 2 on the 607. Dead 4 for Penland, not good enough. He was 12 behind at the tree. Margin of victory, 11. Rod Schaefer out of Trenton, Illinois in the 68 Camaro. Corey Duncan in the S10 out of New Lenox, Illinois. 598 to dial in for the Camaro. 632 for the S10. Your Go Dead On re-entry. Your Go Dead On re-entry. Best losing package, Spencer Smith. Spencer Smith, you have won that prize. It's Duncan for the win, 632, dead 2 on the 632, 12 at the hit. 598 on the 598 for Schaefer, not good enough when you're 25 at the tree. Corey Duncan with a nice looking, about 14,000 package there. Jimmy Terhudi out of Henderson, Kentucky. George Atchison in the Monte Carlo. How about the 506 dial-in for the Monte Carlo? 485 the dial-in for the Dragster. All boxcars. You need to be in the lanes. 003 a pair, both drivers. Win light. Terhuni, 486 on the 485. Breakout, too fast for Atchison. He goes 505 with a 6 on the 506. John Jones and Todd Nickel. Nickel out of Mulberry Grove, Illinois. The 89 Camaro. Jones over here in the S10 pickup. Down to 567. 641, the magic number for Nickel. Big time advantage for Jones. Wind light for Jones, 568 on the 567. 646 on the 641. Nickel throwing the anchor out down there when Jones went by. Michael Major out of Barnhill, Illinois. Dan Johns out of Drummond, Indiana. Major in the dragster dial to 472. 561 the number Dan Johns is trying to hit in the Beretta. Advantage Major. Win light though for Johns. He goes 562 on the 561. Major had room, got there first, breaks out. He had 10 on the tree, got there first. Breaks out by 3. Nick Kurtz out of DeCoin, Illinois. The Chevy Camaro. Down to 642. Luke Bogacki in the American Dragster. Big block Chevrolet. Fastest car on the property. 428 the dial. He might even try and win Jesse's wheelie money with the Dragster. 642 the dial in for Kurtz. Bogacki, 428. It's like a tree and a half he's got to wait. Dragster hustling down, gets there first, 436. 436 on the 428. Kurtz can't run the number, 669 on the 642. An easy off the throttle win for Bogacki. Here's Wyatt Scales out of Toledo, Illinois in the Chevy Vega, down to 665. 575 the dial for Dave Angeli. Carrier Mills, Illinois. Final call for box round 2. Final call for box round 2. Wyatt's going to move on to the next round. Angeli clicks the red bulb. Wyatt goes 665 with a 9 on the 665. Dead 9 and a 9. 009 at the hit. Nice package for the young man. Angeli 582 on the 575, clicking it off after going 004 red. Here's Alex Smith out of Mattoon, Illinois. The Chevy 2 down to 609. Up against the Nova out of Kentucky, down to 578. Smith's going to be your winner. Dead 2, 609 with a 2 on a 609. 579 on a 578 for the Nova. Not good enough. He had the reaction time advantage by 8. Smith with the win light by 7. Keegan Meyer out of Teutopolis, Illinois. The Twister Duster. Down to 749. 638 the number for Chris Estep out of Royalton, Illinois. In the GTO. Pontiac's got the advantage. Can he get there in time? Yes, he does. 641 on the 638. 751 on the 749. 008 for Estep. Tough matchup here. Denny Katz out of Mattoon, Illinois. 507 the dial in against the always tough Corey Wood out of Litchfield, Illinois, 586 the dial in. Corey Wood will not be entering the wheelie contest. You can write that one down. I do have that in the Calcutta. Guaranteed winner there. Cat's a big block Chevrolet dragster. Advantage for Cats. Win light for Cats. How about that? Dead 9. 507 on the 507. Wood goes 589 on the 586. Got behind, couldn't get there. Win light for Cats. Here's Kyle Willenborg in the Demon. All right. Looks like Willenborg down to 633 in the Demon. Chevrolet Nova over there, that's Mikey Harville. The 68 Nova down at 610, 610. Once again, I need all boxcars. Final call, final call. Advantage on the tree is to Harville. He turns on the win light. He's trip 1. 614 on the 610. Willenborg's 005. 632 on the 633. Breaks out. Couldn't find enough brake pedal. Win light for Harville. 19. Turns on the win light. How about that? 449 with a 3. She's dead 3. With a 006 light, 9,000 package. 610 on the 619 for Biggs. Breaks out big time. Got there first, but had no room because of the 9,000 package Bogacki put on. Josh Addis out of Dietrich, Illinois, the 64 Nova. Down to 6 flat, 526. The dial in for Wayne Franks out of Linden, Tennessee. Advantage Addis, win light Addis, 602 on the 6 flat. He had a 12 light, 529 on the 526 for Franks. He was 18. Margin of victory goes to Josh Addis. Pair of dragsters are up next. George Bradley out of Updike, Illinois in the tire lane, 479 the dial in. Mike McClure out of Topeka, Kansas. 2016 Mullis, he's down to 453. Topeka, Kansas. It's a good 6-7 hour haul from here. Going to make it pay off, though. Yes, he does. Dead 5, 11 at the hit. McClure, 16 package. 478 on the 479 for Bradley. Breaks out. Trying to turn on the bulb. Can't get there. Anthony Roy in the Chevelle here in the tower lane. Jason Mills out of Scotts Hill, Tennessee. Down to 473. 741 the number for Roy. The 68 Chevelle. Mills. Big block Chevrolet powered dragster. Mills out in front by 2 at the hit, but he can't get there. Actually, he got there. He broke out. 472 with an 8 on the 473. Margin, he got there 25. Only had to take about 18. 743 on the 741 for Roy. He moves on to round 3. Chris Eichelberger in the Corvette Roadster out of 517. Chris Whitfield out of Hudson, Colorado. 457 the dial for the dragster. Both drivers careful to stage. Eichelberger turns on the red light. Automatic win for Whitfield. Free pass for Whitfield. Trying to hit the 457. He goes 456.9. Pretty good time run. Dead 9. For the win. Eichelberger goes 518 on the 517. And a red light start. Bill Bossler out of Charleston, Illinois. Long smoky burnout for the S10. I'd love to get him on my tire sales company. Jason McConnell out of Humboldt, Illinois. No box, round 3, you are on standby. No box, round 3, you are on standby. Bosler down to 641 in the S10. McConnell down to 541. 2 bulb head start for the S10. He'll probably carry the front end of the 60 foots. McConnell with the better light. Turns on the win light. 543 on the 541. Bosler dead 8. 641 with an 8 on the 641. But McConnell had him by about 27 at the tree. Makes a big difference at the other end. Ken Jones and Corey Butler. Jones out of Walnut Hill, Illinois in the dragster. 471 the dial. Butler out of Monticello, Illinois. Down to 627. You might recognize his truck. It's on the Wasted Fuel Promotions t-shirt. Butler with a big time wheelie. He's way out in front. Gets there too quick. 6:26 with a 9 on the 6:27. Broke out by 1 thou. Had the tree. He's 004 at the tree. Jones going to get the win, 472 on the 471. But Corey Butler with that awesome wheel stand and 1 thou away from a perfect run. Kelly Dom in the 97 Dakota pick him up. Out of 613. Ken Trotter out of Flora, Illinois. Dial to 568. Advantage Dom. Can the truck hold off the Nova? Yes, she does. 615. 615 on the 613. Trotter goes 570 on the 568. He's 2 off. They're both 2 off. She had 20 in the bank at the hit and turned on the win light. No box, round 3. No box, round 3 to the staging lanes. No box, round 3 to the staging lanes. Zach Rogers, Charleston, Illinois, and Eric Willenborg out of T-Town. Rogers down to 588. Willenborg down to 567. Advantage there for Rogers. Turns on the win line, 589. 589 on the 588. Willenborg can't run the number. 570 on the 567. And margin victory 004 for the Blue Oval. Spencer Smith, when you get a chance, make your way to the tower. You have a round prize giveaway. Spencer Smith, when you get a chance, make your way to the tower. Kevin Eichelberger out of Litchfield, Illinois, the Dragster, 480. Matthew Schaefer, pit side, the orange Dragster, 5 flat to dial in. Once again, no box, no box. We need you to the lanes. No box if you're still in. We need you to the lanes. Schaefer going to get the automatic win. Red light start by Eichelberger, 499 with an 8 on the 5 flat. He's got it dialed right. So did Eichelberger. He's dead 6, 480 with a 6 on the 480, but the red light start moves on Schaefer. Here's Aaron Dallas in the Malibu, 598 to dial in. Bill Joe Bob Sparacino, Owensville, Indiana, 599 the dial for him. Once again, no box, no box. If you're still in, we need you. No box. If you are still in, we need you to the lanes. Holy cow, a big right-hand wheel stand there for Sparacino. Might have broke something. Wisely shuts it down. Dallas going to get the easy win, 667 on the 598. Sparacino's car made a hard right, came way up on the right side of the car. Might have lost something in the suspension. Did a nice job getting her woed and stopped and shut off. So we'll be back to action here in just a second.
When victories are won by thousandths of a second, Go Dead On offers you a competitive edge. Use Go Dead On to log your drag racing runs and track your progress. More than just a logbook, Go Dead On is a personal racing assistant built into your phone. Use it to make ET predictions based on your previous runs. Simply scan your ticket to upload data from each race. Then compare runs and see tons of useful stats and charts. Simplify your racing. Download Go Dead On today.
In 2006, Bobby and I started Honey Creek Collision. A lot has changed in the last 20 years.
We built a larger facility, added more employees, and the kids have grown. But some things will never change.
We will always provide excellent customer service and lead the way in training and technology to provide a safe and high-quality repair.
Thank you for trusting us with all your collision repair needs for the last 20 years. We look forward to serving you for years to come.
So when you have an accident, call Honey Creek Collision.
Larice Motorsports Insurance offers drag racers the broadest insurance policies in the industry. Larice Motorsports Insurance was created by racers for racers. Larice insures race cars on and off the track, trailers and equipment. Larice even pays racers contingencies at the fling bracket races. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Larice Motorsports Insurance today.
No box to the lanes. Honey Creek Collision round 3. Honey Creek Collision round 3. Your no box wait and see by is Lucas Walker. Round 3 box. Round 3 box. If you're double entered, you need to make your way back. Round 3 box. If you are doubled, make your way back. Mikey Harville. Mikey Harville, you are our wait and see buy for box round 3. Honey Creek, round 3. Honey Creek Collision round 3, your box buy, wait and sees, Mikey Harville. Box doubles, we need you to the lanes. Box doubles, we need you to the lanes. There's 3 left. Lucas Walker, you have the bye. Quentin Adams out of Stone Fort, Illinois, here on the no box side. The S10 pick him up. $5.95 the dial in. $5.86 the dial for Ryan Markham. Local guy out of West Frankfort. The high flying Mustang. Win light for Markham, 587 on the 586. Had the better light, had 12 ahead at the light. 595, the dial for Adams, he goes 596. Win light for Markham. Here is Billy Bryan in the Firebird, 68 model. Nice, clean, sanitary Pontiac, dial to 597. His opponent in Dan Boldry's Camaro is Lucas Walker. 548 to dial in. Double 0 to hit for Walker. He goes 550 on the 548 for the win light. 599 on the 597 for Bryan. Lucas Walker moves on to the final round of box where he'll face off with Ryan Markham. Once again, doubles, I need you. Doubles for box. If you're not here, you're late. Doubles for box. We need you. Once again, box, doubles. If you are still in a boxcar and you're doubled, we need you. Last call for boxcars if you're doubled. Ken Jones and Aaron Dallas, we're waiting on you. Ken Jones and Aaron Dallas, we're waiting on you. At this time, if you are still in box class, we need you. Box class, if you are still in, we need you. All boxcars, if you're still in, to the lanes. All boxcars to the lanes. And just a reminder, Mikey Harville, you are the wait and see by. Bubba Long and Jason McConnell's Nova. Justin Long out of Tuscola, Illinois. 546 the dial in. 578 the number for Rick Harless out of Calvert City, Kentucky. He's down to 578. Junior Dragster Time Run, you are on standby. Junior Dragster Time Run, you are on standby. 007 for Long. He's chopping the tree down. Wind light for Long. 547 on the 546. He was 007 at the hit. Harless was 17 at the hit and mathematically eliminated as Bubba Long runs one off with a 007. He goes, Harless goes 579 on the 578. Here's Aaron Dallas in the Malibu. 603. Aaron Dallas, 603, the dial in for the Malibu. Pit side, the dragster, Hudson, Colorado's Chris Whitfield. 2005 undercover dragster down to 455. 006, 007, both drivers ready to go. It's going to be Whitfield for the win. 456 on the 455. Dallas breaks out 602 on the 602 on the 603. Man, what a close race. He broke out by 9 thou. He was 007. Whitfield was 006. Win light for the dragster.